Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a reading for Aries for the month of January 2021. We're going to look at the overall energies and what messages need to come out here. Take what resonates and what doesn't is not for you. It is for somebody else. This is Sun, Moon and Rising. You'll only be seeing the cards today, not me. I've changed the way I'm doing things, or we're going to give it a go this way so that people can see the cards. Let's see what messages come out and what messages we need to bring to the Aries people who are going to be watching this and needing some clarification. So Aries, Spirit, what messages? So the present situation for you, past and what's coming in. So the current situation for you is Aries here. It looks like some of you haven't been able to move forward or expand your horizons, see further, or see a situation beyond your own point of view. And it's creating a lot of deceit and deception, and we can do that with ourselves. So we can deceive ourselves and believe something's a certain way when it is actually not. And they're asking you, and the current energies are asking you anyway, astrologically, to expand your horizons, look at different point of views, look at different perspectives, look at it a new way here. So this could be, take it as it resonates. It's either you, Aries, are currently being deceived, whether that's by someone or yourself. And it's deceptive energy. And you're either unwilling to look beyond that situation or horizon, or the deception is creating you to look at a different perspective. And they are asking you here to come up with a new idea, come up with new ideas, inspiration, because you really are done, Aries. A lot of you are done. You're burnt out, you're over it, you've tried everything, you can do no more. This person can go no further in the current situation. So they're asking here for new ideas, new inspiration, think about it in a different way. But it's also about, it could be a younger person that you're dealing with. It could be a child, could be a sibling, a younger person, or let's say a less mature, a more immature energy. So if you are dealing with that, you are kind of done. You have actually exhausted all your resources. I'm just going to fiddle around a bit till I get that. You've kind of exhausted all your resources here. Now, what I'm seeing here is nothing is moving forward at the moment either. Now, what's going to happen is, Aries, is they're asking you here to make a pros and cons list, okay? This person's really studying and going over it. Information or contracts, or really looking over it, going back to the drawing board here. There's an offer of love. There is a love offer, or an offer, a thank you, an apology. I'll go more with an apology with the theme of the energy of the reading. This seems like more of a love offer or an apology. Okay, and it's coming in, and it will come in. So if you've been waiting for it, it is going to come in. But they're really asking you to look at this thoroughly and look into this, okay? And for some of you, it's where you've been reaching out, because sometimes we have to flip the energy. If you've been reaching out, offering love, offering connection, trying to think about many different ways to solve this or fix this or deal with this, they're saying no more. You can't do it anymore. There is no new way. For some of you, there is no new way. If you're dealing with a situation that's deceptive, that has worn you out, that has burnt you out, it is not moving forward. You or the other person is not expanding their horizons or willing to see this in a different way. That is not what they're doing, or you're not doing that. So there's a real issue here. Whether it's you, Aries, or the other person, you will work it out. because we have so many different scenarios here. So what they do want you to do, where you're moving forward, you're moving into an energy where you could be on your own, or you need to spend time on your own. You need to manifest, meditate. You need to really think about this and speak to the universe and be in tune here. Because you are about to make a decision, or a decision's about to be made, and you will move forward. So where you couldn't move forward and expand in this situation, or with this person, or with yourself, there's too much deception here, Aries. There's too much resistance, and the offer coming back for some of you doesn't feel it's more of an offer where you go, yeah, I'll have to think over this. I'm not really sure about this offer. A lot of you won't take it. You're going to move forward. You're going to move on. You've made a decision, and you're only looking forward, and you're only moving forward. Let's just pull some clarifiers on this. So the overall energy is here. There's two scenarios going on in my head. One is someone's dealing with a younger person, a situation where they're completely can do no more, can move forward. Nothing you can do will help this situation, and you're completely burnt out and frustrated. And I think there is a lot of deceit and deception. So this person hasn't wanted you to fix it or move forward with you. So that's the deception. You sometimes think they're wanting to move forward, they're wanting to fix it, there's going to be a resolution, there's going to be a solution, but the deception is they have no intentions of doing that, Aries. So I don't care if it's work or a person in your life, or a family member, or a younger person you're dealing with, that seems to be, or an immature person, that seems to be. You need to let it go, Aries. And that's, see, Aries will want to fix and solve and do and talk about it and kind of get to the bottom of the issues. But this person does not want to. And so you have to go back to the drawing board here. You have to really look at this into this deeper, because this is either you reaching out, Aries, or they're going to reach out and apologize. But I really think you've already deep in thought about this, and I think you've already decided that you're moving on. I really do, Aries. That looks like a decision made, and that's moving forward. That's not looking back. That's the Ten of Wands. That's very clear to me. So let's get some clarifiers on this deception card. Yeah, this person, they've got, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right. So definitely this person coming in on the deception card, this is long and slow. So they've either got a lot of work to do. If you're dealing with a person, they've got a lot of work to do. This is a long, slow journey for the long-term change, or to even get clarity on the situation. They're not moving forward here. Someone had to be put out in the cold, abandoned, rejected, left behind. Someone feels like that, but this young person, or immature person, or this situation where we needed a new plan or a new perspective or a new way of doing or being, this person couldn't do it. They're overwhelmed. They couldn't do it. And the change had to come now. This is forced change. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is forced change. The change had to come here because you're burnt out. You're done there. There was no change. You could see that. It was going, I like to call this my roundabout card, going round and round and round the roundabout. It does bring change. It brings change, and you have to make a decision, which we see here. And the decision will be made. But in that burnt out energy, there was no change. And someone here was getting very overwhelmed, very tired, very burnt out with this very deceptive energy. So it seems like someone didn't want to heal, didn't want to change. Yeah, wow. Wow. This is incredible. So, it's definitely an apology coming in, or a reconnection. If that's romance for you, great. If this is a lover, but if it's just a sibling, family member, friend, whatever it is, there's old hurts, old wounds, old pains. They either need to be healed, or there's got to be a lot of healing here and a lot more thought, a lot of more in-depth looking into this, thinking about this on a deeper level, really weighing it up. And I honestly feel if this is you, Aries, that's been the one that's been hurt or burnt out or, you know, abandoned, there's still healing here to do for you. Or if it is the other person that you, let's say you had to kind of put someone out in the cold because there was not enough change, or there was not enough growth or expansion or change, they've still got, there's a lot of wounds here. There's a lot of research to be done. There's a lot more digging to be done. And again, let's say this was the other person, they're not open and receptive for talking. Yeah. And again, here we go. You're already decided, you're already talking to the universe, use your intuition, manifest. We had the moving forward card here, making a decision. To me, you're moving forward regardless, and I believe you've already made that decision. Transformation was called for. That's why we had the Wheel of Fortune card here. Transformation had to happen. This isn't, oh, I've changed. This is, I see the whole situation from a new perspective. And it does bring growth and transformation on both sides. And it will bring you a happier home, more security, more stability, whether it's in this relationship situation or just where you're heading. So if this does not get fixed, and even if it did or healed, or it's long. There's a long journey in this. This is not a short journey at the moment, Aries, with this current situation or person, place. So someone's got a lot of growing to do here, and someone's been putting in a lot of effort to make change to the point of frustration and burnout. So they've decided to move forward here, and the transformation had to occur. So why did Aries have to go through this? What is the reason? What is the message? Why did they have to finally move forward? Because their wish fulfillment was being blocked, and sometimes you think you had your wish fulfillment with that person, place or situation, but actually you've realized it's not it, or they're not it, or the career or the job wasn't it. There's better, there's more. Yeah. What's holding you back is some nostalgia here of old times, old thoughts, how it used to be, how it should be, what happened. They're asking you to be in the moment and receive moving forward. I'll tell you, Aries, there is an apology coming here, or a receiving of something from that person. But again, or if it's vice versa and it's you wanting to give to them or get back in with them, there's a lot of emotion here. It's you're doing it from emotion, and they're asking you, no, you need to rebirth and move on. Death and rebirth. You need to move forward. Every single card here, Aries, whatever your situation is, because this will resonate with some people with a relationship, some people it'll be a career, some people it'll be a sibling, a family member. Whatever it is for you here, Aries, every single card outcome in the outcome pile is move forward, death and rebirth. Put everything you know in the boat and keep moving forward. They're asking for transformation. They're definitely coming back. They're definitely trying to offer here. They're asking you to move forward. So there is a big, big, loud message here, Aries. Keep moving forward. And for the person, and I'm going to just pull a few more cards for the person that you are dealing with, this seems long and slow. This is not an overnight solution. around the deception of this person or to this person, vice versa, whether it's you to them or them to you. There's more to be seen or done or exposed here, Aries. I just heard, so don't go jumping the gun. Yep, this is about seeing it from new perspectives. This is about standing on top of the mountain, looking over the whole town, down here at the bottom. So this is Aries. Something's going on at the moment where you do not have the whole picture, or you're not seeing the whole picture, and they're asking you to look at the whole picture. Yeah, we got someone here telling some little lies, little stories, little untruths, not walking their talk, giving a lot of information or a lot of perspective, but this is from a very young, immature person. The Hanged Man. You need to not take action, and I don't believe you can at the moment. Yeah, wow, there it is. The deception card's back again. Okay, Aries, I'm a little concerned here. Give me a minute, because there's definitely transformation, seeing something from a higher perspective here. Someone is not telling the truth. Someone doesn't talk the truth. Someone, or maybe they think they are, and it's their truth, but it's not really. This card represents a very young person who has a lot to say, gives a lot of opinions, gives a lot of advice, and has never done it themselves. They're inexperienced. And you kind of feel stuck in this, and there's going to be some triggers in this for you. Fears, triggers, subconscious triggers, and you are in it. This deception's come in. But again, and this was the very last card when I pulled before, and they're asking you to move on, move forward. Once you have all this information, and this transformation or epiphany, or you're shown more, you are actually going to move on, Aries. You're going to take all those tools, all those skills, all that information. You are heading forward. You are moving away. Yep. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, a female, a more mature female here, that may open your eyes or give you a new perspective or a higher perspective, or yeah, some of you, some Aries people could be dealing with someone who doesn't quite live in reality. They are speaking from their own mind, their young mind, their inexperienced mind, or to me, someone who's not in reality. Or not seeing not seeing reality clearly. They live a lot up in their fantasy world and head. There's going to be a message from Spirit that you need to get, Aries, that you will receive through a text, an email, a person, a place, a situation, a conversation that you were meant to get from Spirit. The Hanged Man means you are going to get this, and I don't think you can do anything until you get this message. It is going to trigger you, and whatever it triggers you, hurts you, it actually brings back your strength, your courage, your confidence, your everything. And this deceit and deception and burnout, you actually move on from it. You're actually going to realize this person, place, or situation, whether it's a job, a career, or a person, actually was depleting your abundance or your happiness or your joy or your finances, or affecting your career, and you have to move on from it. So this is either, for some of you it's going to be a partner, for some of you it's like a child or a younger child or an immature child or an employee or someone at work or a friend, or it could be you put it where it fits. But this is a definite theme that's coming no matter how much I shuffle. The Lovers card here. Yep, for some of you, it's definitely, it just confirmed what I said. For some of you, it's definitely a lover's relationship. For some of you, it's definitely a work or a boss situation, or they're asking you to make the change and take the action. For this deception, this deceit that this immature or younger person is taking for you to move forward from it. And for some of you, it's definitely a younger person, an immature person. And this person's really telling some tales or some distorted truths, or they are not in their mind. They're not seeing reality as it is. They're only seeing it from, let's say, a young perspective. A bit like a teenager that says, yes, definitely teenager, young person, immature person that maybe have been put out in the cold or told some truths and they didn't like it. A bit like when we tell a teenager you can't go out on a school night, let's say, hypothetically, and they think you're a terrible person for doing that. But they're not seeing the adult's perspective there. Taking action, if it's just you that needs to take action, move forward, move on from this person, place or situation, more like career, there's so much more abundance there coming in for you. And for a relationship, if they're asking for emotional balance. This is equal give and take, fairness. So if some of you are not in a relationship that this relates to, that there has been imbalance in give and take, fairness, emotional support, security, stability, seeing both sides, being supportive emotionally, both sides. Some of you will be moving on from that. Some of you will move on from a career or a job and it's more abundant. And some of you will be putting a more immature person or a younger person out in the cold in the end and moving on. Very interesting, Aries, but that is the challenge for for January. That is going to come up for you. But in it, I just said, yeah, look at that. In it, after you've gone through it, there's change, the Tower card, moving forward. Now we're moving forward. Now we're looking beyond our horizons. Now we're moving. There will be many, many choices and options, and you're going to head towards long-term security, stability, or a long-term plan, and justice and balance there. Yeah, wow. And then you'll be reaching out to more love and connection and what you love and connect to. So it's very interesting. It is based on relationships, but for some of you, there's 3 groups here. It's going to be work-related. For some of you, it's definitely romance, and for some of you, it seems like a younger person, an immature person, a child, or something like that. So there it is, Aries, for the month of January. Happy New Year, and this will give you the heads up so that you can just transform, look at that higher perspective, from that higher perspective, take a step out, take a step back. And it seems like the universe is going to give you this message, or spirit, or somehow will get this message to you to clear this up so that you can move forward. So it is going to coincide with the Cancer full moon, home, family, endings, completion, cycles there. So I'd say that's what's coming up for you for the month of January. Thank you, Aries.